Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ramon and currently I'm showing you my entire physical media collection. Currently we're doing the 80s, 1980s, and I decided to show some tapes for the first time. I do own 450 tapes of movies that were released in the 1980s. I was figuring out how to show you these, but I think I'll continue doing it the same way as with the DVDs and the Blu-rays. I am aware of the fact that 90% of all my tapes are Dutch rental tapes. I'm from the Netherlands, and I know many viewers don't know the language, of course. So I'll use this as an example. So I'm going to show you the front cover, Caddyshack. This is an American tape, by the way. Then I'll quickly show you the spine, like this. And then a few seconds for the back so you can take in the stills and maybe notice some similarities between my Dutch tapes and your own tapes, your own country. Yeah, let's start with the first one, second one. This is Little Lord Fauntleroy, a TV film with Alec Guinness and Ricky Schroeder. And this is a movie we used to watch during Christmas time. Beautiful drama. This is the Shaw Brothers Kung Fu flick Killer Army, aka Rebel Intruders. 5 members of the original Venom mob are in it, directed by Cheng Che. Very good one. Then an animation by Hanna-Barbera that I loved as a kid, Scruffy. Anyone know Scruffy? Such a sweet movie back in the day. This is the rental tape of Dressed to Kill by Brian De Palma with Michael Caine, Angie Dickinson and Nancy Allen. Pretty old tape. Another Shaw Brother action film by Cheng Che, Two Champions of Death, starring 4 original members of the Venom mob. Yeah, these films are very entertaining. This is, well, the teen adventure film Die Laughing with Robbie Benson, Linda Grosvenor, Charles Durning, and Peter Coyote and this little cute monkey. Pretty amusing film, this one. Oh, and they are promoting the rental tape of Deadly Friend by Wes Craven on the back. One of my favorite tapes because it's one of my favorite Shaw Brother martial arts films. Return to the 36th Chamber, sequel to 36th Chamber of Shaolin, directed by Lau Kar-leung, starring Gordon Liu. And this is a martial arts comedy. The first one was a pretty serious film. This is the comedy Bronco Billy, directed by Clint Eastwood. He also stars, and Jeffrey Lewis and Sandra Locke are also in the movie. This is the martial arts comedy The Kung Fu Cook, and it stars Bruce Strong and Bolo Young is in this one. Bolo Young from Bloodsport and Double Impact. This is a retail tape from the UK, another Kung Fu flick, The Master Strikes, with Casanova Wong. Casanova Wong was the star of Sammo Hung's Warriors 2. Perhaps you know that movie. Peter Maddox, The Changeling, great horror film starring George C. Scott, a haunted house movie. Look at those stills, beautiful. And I love the artwork, very eerie. And another tape with unique artwork, the Kung Fu flick White Ghost of Kung Fu, also known as The Killer in White by Joseph Chung. This is the movie Brubaker by Stuart Rosenberg, in which Robert Redford is a prison warden who goes undercover in his own prison, and he finds out there's a lot of corruption. Yeah, great film. This is the teen comedy Midnight Madness. Young people having a scavenger hunt in LA, and it stars David Norton from American Werewolf in London, and Michael J. Fox is in it. Yeah. This is a made-for-TV sequel to The Stepford Wives, Revenge of the Stepford Wives, aka Terror in New York, starring Sharon Glass and Don Johnson. Average one. Thriller by John G. Avildsen, The Formula, with George C. Scalligan and Marlon Brando. Pretty good one. Not a kung fu flick. Don't know much about this. A long time ago. Two Wondrous Tigers with Philip Coe and Johnny Chang or Johnny Chung. Pretty action-packed, I know. But that's the only thing I can remember. Lucio Fulci's Eurocrime film The Smuggler, aka Contraband, with Fabio Testi. I already expressed my love for this movie in the previous video. Then this is the Kung Fu flick Silver Hermit from Shaolin Temple, also known as the Silver Spear. And this one shouldn't be on here. This is Shintaro Katsu or his brother. They aren't in this movie, but yeah. Duel of the Brave Ones, another cool tape. This is more a gangster film or a triad film with a little martial arts added to the mix. Yeah. This is the crime comedy The Black Marble, directed by Harold Becker, who also did Sea of Love with Al Pacino, and stars Harry Dean Stanton, Robert Foxworth and Paula Prentice. Black Marble, very old tape. This one has a Dutch title, Het Offer, but the English title is The Victim. A great kung fu flick, this one. Directed by Sammo Hung, who also stars, and Lung Kar-yan is also in the film, Beardy. Great film, revenge martial arts film. Shaw Brother classic, Fist of the White Lotus, aka Clan of the White Lotus. Lowly directs and plays by May. Gordon Liu is also in this fantastic film. Yeah. Then yet another kung fu film, the early 80s. This one is the Six Directions Boxing, or Six Directions Boxer, with David Chang and Simon John. Sammy the Seed. He played Jackie Chan's teacher in Drunken Master and Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. Jean-Michael Vincent and Danny Aiello in Defiance, directed by John Flynn. Decent movie. Pour la peau d'un flic, For a Cop's Hide, a cop thriller starring Alain Delon and Anne Pariot from La Femme Nikita. And this was the first film that Alain Delon directed. Cool embassy tape of Steve Carver's action film An Eye for an Eye with Chuck Norris. Richard Roundtree is in it, and Christopher Lee. Below average comedy starring Chevy Chase, Modern Problems, in which he has telekinetic powers. Then an action comedy with Terence Hill and Bud Spencer, Who Finds a Friend, Finds a Treasure, the English title, directed by the great Sergio Corbucci, spaghetti western director. But he also did 2 films with Bud Spencer and Terence Hill, and he did Super Fuzz with Terence Hill and Ernest Borgnine. One of my favorite tapes growing up, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Look at it, great. With Mel Gibson, George Miller directed, and as a kid you got really excited when you saw a back cover like this one. Yeah, great tape. Another Chevy Chase comedy also starring Carrie Fisher, Under the Rainbow. Great Warner tape. Film is okay, you know. Then a raunchy teen comedy, Love Bites, but it's better known as Lunch Wagon. TNA film, you know, three beautiful women in a mobile lunchroom. Can show you. Oh, and I can't show you the back. This is Michael Mann's Thief, but it came out in the Netherlands, was released here as Violent Streets, with Tuesday Weld, James Caan, music by Tangerine Dream. Yeah. The comedy Caveman with Ringo Starr, Shelley Long, and Barbara Bach. Loved this film when I was a kid. This is Sidney Lumet's Prince of the City with Treat Williams and Jerry Orbach. Not as good as Serpico, but still a very good one. The stoner comedy Nice Dreams with Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong, who also directed. Yeah, always entertaining. The action thriller The Professional with Jean-Paul Belmondo, directed by George Lautner, and with a beautiful soundtrack by Ennio Morricone. Dennis Potter wrote a TV show for the BBC, Pennies from Heaven. He also wrote the screenplay for the American movie. Stars Steve Martin, Christopher Walken, and it's one of my favorite Steve Martin films. Really good one. Bustin' Loose is a typical Richard Pryor comedy, not very good. For probation, he has to act as a bus driver for a lot of orphaned kids, drive them across the country. Yeah. This is another martial arts film, The Killer Machine, aka The Shinobi Ninja, and stars Tadashi Yamashita, and he was the Black Ninja, or the head of the ninja clan in American Ninja with Michael Dudikoff. The Kung Fu flick The Eagle's Killer with Korean martial artist Wang Jiang Lee, who played the villain in Snake in the Eagle's Shadow and Drunken Master. This is a really good film because Wang Jiang Lee is a really kicking expert. His kicks are phenomenal. This is a retail tape of Fulci's horror film The Beyond, Italian horror. Jun Woo Ping's Dreadnought. This is a UK retail tape. Stars Jun Bio and Lung Kar-yan. Directed by Jun Woo Ping. Also starring Woo Ma. Great film, by the way. Pearl Chung or Pearl Chang in The Return of the Ninja, also known as the Phoenix Ninja. And last but not least for today, pilot for a TV show, Strike Force, ran for 2 seasons in 1981 and 1982, and it stars Robert Stack. I hope you enjoyed. I will try to do 40 or 45, 50 films in each vid. And if you think you can suggest something for me to improve on these videos, then please do so in the comment section. And I hope you'll have a nice day. Join me next time. Goodbye.